Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the SWUS MLB Wednesday, which means we got a doubleheader for the live shows. 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll be live to go through the day games. There are 6 of them. Then we'll be live again at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, the normal time. Go through WNBA first, then the MLB night games. If you're able to make it, would love to see you in the comments. In this video, Detroit on the road in Atlanta. Let's roll.
Welcome to the SWUS. The SWUS. Hey, get the SWUS.
All right, like I said, we got Tigers at Braves here. Braves are short home favorites, minus 130. Total sitting at 7.5. We got Skubal on the mound. Skubal pitched in against Reynaldo Lopez. Let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet. And according to the model, we got a slight lean on the Braves through the first 5 innings and final score. 1.97 to 2.24 after 5. 3.69 to 4.25 final score. So let's take a look at this matchup, and we'll start with Reynaldo Lopez, who has been excellent this season. He's got a 1.69 ERA and a 1.04 whip. He's truly been great. See, last 7 starts, last 3 starts. I mean, he hasn't slowed down at all. Been absolutely dealing. He's also been great at home on the season. 1.26 ERA, 1.04 whip at home. Last 4 home starts, last 2 home starts. Hasn't slowed down at all. So Reynaldo Lopez has been great. He's pitching against the Tigers lineup, who we know is not the most powerful bunch. On the last 30 days, 24th in WRC+, 24th in OPS, 24th in WOBA. I guess you can look at the last 7 days and say, hey, the Tigers are coming to life a little bit, but not really. I mean, we know they can't hit on the road. In the last 30 days, one of the worst lineups in baseball on the road, 28th, 28th, and 28th. We know they can't hit right-handed pitching in the last 30 days, 24th, 22nd, 25th. So they can't hit on the road. They can't hit righties. Now, when we pull up this graphic here, you could be like, hey, look, last 6 righty starters to pitch against the Tigers, 5.59 ERA. They are getting to righty starters. But when you look at the game logs, it's really just 2 games. They crushed Spencer Arrighetti. They scored 7 earned runs in 1 1/3 innings pitched. So that'll absolutely butcher a cumulative ERA. So that one game is skewing the shit out of the numbers. They also got the Bryce Wilson back on June 9th. But other than that, I mean, Ronel Blanco, 7 shutout innings. Hunter Brown, 7 shutout innings. Ronel Blanco was actually 7 no-hit innings. They did get to Freddie Peralta a little bit back on June 8th, but before that, Tobias Myers, 8 shutout innings. So, yeah, I guess there are a couple games here where the Tigers were able to get to a righty starter, but we've also seen them get completely shut down several times. This is not a lineup I trust. They're also projected to have 5 righties in the lineup, and as you can see, Reynaldo Lopez absolutely dominant against righty bats, 230 WOBA, 080 whip on the season, and the Tigers have been particularly bad against really good righty starters. Reynaldo Lopez, as we said, 1.69 ERA on the season. Detroit against righties with an ERA below 3.50, one of the worst lineups in baseball. And against Lopez pitch mix, I mean, he really specializes with 2 pitches, the 4-seam fastball and the slider. Detroit in the last 30 days, 19th and 28th against those 2 pitches. So there's a lot of evidence here that suggests that Reynaldo Lopez should throw a gem here against the Tigers lineup. Now, on the other side, we got Skubal pitching, and as you probably already know, he's been one of the best starters in baseball this year. 2.20 ERA, 0.91 whip on the season, 2.82 expected FIP. Last 8 starts, last 5 starts. I mean, he hasn't slowed down at all. His last 3 road starts, 4.67 ERA and a 1.38 whip, which obviously isn't terrible, but by Skubal standards, it's not the best. If you look at his game logs, look at his last 2 road starts here. At Houston, 4 earned runs and 6 1/3. Before that, at Texas, only 1 run, but he allowed 9 base runners. That's a 150 whip. Before that, at Kansas City, 4 earned runs in 5 innings. So maybe a little bit of vulnerability showing from Skubal on the road here. His last 3 starts, his last 3 road starts, really hasn't looked that elite. And we're getting close to being able to declare the Braves lineup back. I mean, I'm not going to say they're back, but you can see these numbers definitely trending upwards in the last 30 days, 22nd, 18th, 22nd. In the last 7 days, 14th, 11th, 14th. Look at their numbers against lefties. Again, trending in the right direction, 10th, 9th, and 9th in the last 7 days. Super small sample size. You can see here, they haven't gotten to lefty starters. 3.06 ERA, 1.13 whip. That's the last 3 lefty starters that pitch against the Braves. But if you pull up the game logs, look at Cole Irvin. 10 base runners in 5 2/3 innings pitched. They got 3 runs across. That's not an explosion, but they were getting to him. So if we're rolling with the narrative that the Braves lineup has been back for a week now, the only lefty they've seen in that time is Cole Irvin, and they got to him. So maybe the Braves lineup is back, and look at their numbers at home. On the season, this is a top 10 lineup at home. Last 30 days, they drop back to 13th, 11th, 12th. Last 14 days, top 5 again. And the Braves have really nice looking numbers against lefties with Skubal's pitch mix. 6th in isolated power, 3rd in run value, 2nd in barrel rate. So I know Skubal's the man. I know everyone likes to back him, but I think the Braves are going to score runs on him here. As far as the bullpen matchup, you got to give it to the Braves. I mean, there was a time earlier in the season where this Tigers bullpen looked pretty good, but that's at least a month ago now. They've been really struggling. In the last 30 days, they're actually 27th in ERA. Braves bullpen has also been slightly better at home. Meanwhile, the Tigers bullpen in the last 30 days have been slightly worse on the road. Offensively against bullpens, again, slight edge to the Braves. So the edge in the late innings definitely goes to Atlanta here.
So as far as my bet in this game, I want to take the Braves at this price. You can get a -125, -128 with the Braves at home. Skubal's been a little bit shakier on the road. Reynaldo Lopez has been great. I don't trust the Tigers bats at all. So I want to take the Braves. Here's the thing. Little bit worried about the Braves bullpen. Tonight they used Iglesias, Jimenez, and Johnson. That's their three main arms. Iglesias has now pitched 2 of the last 3 of the last 5. I think he'll be available, but he's definitely used. And Jimenez has pitched back-to-back nights now. So Johnson should be good. But Braves bullpen a little bit on the tax side. It would still only be Braves for me. I haven't bet this one yet, but it would only be Braves money line. -125, I should just bet it. It'll be Braves money line or pass. I'll let you know on the live show what the final decision is, but it'll definitely be Braves or pass for me. Speaking of live show, 11:30 a.m. and 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. We got 2 shows tomorrow. We'll go through the MLB day games and the early show. Then we'll be live again at 4 p.m. to go through the WNBA and the night games. If you're able to make it, we'd love to see you in the comments. If you want my top bets or top bets from anyone on the staff here, head over to KyleKirms.com and sign up for Sauce Network Plus. It comes with the top bets, access to the Discord, and you can participate in the weekly betting league. $100 to the winner and a trophy mailed every week. It's been fun. So if you are interested in that, head over to the website. Let's have ourselves a nice Wednesday here. Coming off a great Tuesday night. Had a really nice Tuesday night. Keep that momentum going. Remember to bet responsibly, and I'll talk to you in the Discord.